Question? Please, I don't want an introduction for your question. Go directly to the question.
So, without the introduction, then my question is, what is the secret of darshan beyond satisfying the curiosity of the mind?
What is the secret of darshan? Well, darshan, firstly, what does that mean? To have a sight, no? But having a sight doesn't mean just to look. It's beyond the looking itself. Often, you see, when people say, yes, no, we come for darshan of Bhagwan. For example, you come for darshan in the temple, okay? Our physical eyes perceived only what is limited. We can't perceive beyond that limitation. That is what is bound by our senses. No? Our mind makes us see only the vigraha. Or when you go to the guru, you see only the guru. But what is happening beyond that, it is only through what you can feel inside of your heart. You know? For example, you can see, when when you're having darshan, for example, online, in space, in spite of the space, from wherever the people are, but yet we are connected. And how are we connected? We are connected through that inner connection, no? That we all have. And that inner connection is the Supreme Lord Himself, which is seated inside of everybody. And when what is happening, when you are in darshan, you just come. For some people, they just come, they just say hi, and they go. But when you have that, you dive within and enter into the heart itself, you have that divine darshan. That's why after darshan, I always say to the people, first, just sit quietly for some times, so that you can dive within. It's not only the darshan of the outside, but you have the inner darshan also. And this is, in short, that what darshan in front, to have a sight which is beyond your understanding, beyond what you can comprehend with your limited faculty, So that is darshanam. Question?
Without introduction, is working? Okay. Without surrendering, without faith, cannot exist. So the question is, what is the source of faith? Is something that God gives us, or is something that we can develop with our effort?
What is the source of faith? You see, Bhagwan put the imprint inside of us. We are all born with that impression. We have to believe in something. Whether we believe in something divine or we believe something material. That is the capacity of human. We have to believe in something. We believe in love. We believe in friendship. We believe in the trees. Some people like hugging trees. Some people believe in their family. People believe in the guru. People believe in the deity. Everybody have a certain notion of belief. We don't call it the same name We don't call it the same, we don't have the same understanding as everybody, but for everyone, there is different kind of understanding. So faith is the same, you see. Faith is the indweller of your belief itself, Wherever your mind is set upon, that become your reality. So your question is whether it is something that we have to develop and dive inside, or it is a grace itself, no? So as I said, that you are born with this quality, the quality of you have to believe in something. It is your personality. So where you direct that belief, that become your faith. So where if you direct it towards Bhagwan, that take a different dimension in itself. But when you direct it towards the outside, throughout the Gita, Krishna said, those mind which is centered into the outside, they are bound by limitation. But those who surrender the mind unto me, the learned one who surrender the mind unto me, they are free from limitation. They attain me. Because I am beyond that limitation itself. So if I'm bound by this limitation, I will have only limitation. And limitation means I will be depressed soon or later. So if I base my faith upon the greediness, I will be suffering. But if I place my faith upon something more deeper that will elevate me, there will be a different kind of happiness which will awake inside. So faith is grace itself when we approach to the Supreme. So this is very important, and to whom you are putting your faith. Even if somebody will say, yes, but God is beyond everything. How do we approach Him? Differ. Similar question some days ago somebody asked, about, I can't remember the question, but anyway. So, but there is a beautiful story. Once somebody went to Lord Buddha and said to Lord Buddha, does God exist? Buddha said, yes. At noon, somebody else went to him, said, does God exist? He said, no. In the evening, another person asked, same question, does God exist? He remained silent. He didn't answer yes or no. So, one of his disciples was super confused. Often it happened. That why, for the same question, there is 3 answers. So that was bothering him. So he went to Lord Buddha and said, please, can you clarify that for me? In the morning, you said yes to somebody. Noon, you say no. And in the evening, you say you remain silent. What is this? What can I understand? I'm confused about that. So, Lord Buddha said, well, you see, in the morning, the person who came to me, he came with an atheistic mind. And due to his atheistic mind, he was suffering deeper inside. He wanted to believe in something, but at the same time, his rational mind didn't want him to believe. And to confirm that, the mind, to confirm his suffering, he wanted an answer. And if I acknowledge to him and say, no, God doesn't exist, I will participate in his suffering. So I didn't want him to suffer. I said, God exists. The second one that came was a taste. So he came with his own theology. He came with his own... He was full in himself. And I said, no. Because in his conviction, he had his own ideas. And if I will acknowledge his idea, which means he will go around boasting and say, yes, you see, even Buddha have confirmed it. So I said, no. Just because he was so much into his own pride. And the third one, I didn't answer because he was neither an atheist or a theist. He didn't have any knowledge, he didn't come here so that I can confirm to him about his theology or about his atheism. He came here because he was truly seeking and he was truly longing inside of him. So I remained silent. Through my silence, he understood the deeper understanding of that, what he have faith upon, that he should grow into that. Then turning to his devotee and said, why is that bothering you? I didn't talk to you. I spoke with them. If I will speak with you, then you will have the right to be bothered about. But I didn't talk to you. I spoke with each one. But then again he said, but I can't understand how come the same three person asked the same question. And I said, well, they didn't ask the same question. They formulated it in the same way. But the question was completely different from each one. Each one have their own approach towards what they believe into. Each one come with a certain understanding. Each one, when they asked the question, they were answered to the questioner, not to the question itself. So what the personality understand, that's what one receive. So faith is similar to that. You see, faith keep growing more you go into it, until you start to shine that grace. Do you shine a certain light inside of you that you are able to attract and radiate that grace? You are not there anymore. That's why it said a bhakta, the mind of the bhakta is fully absorbed at the lotus feet of Bhagavan himself. What does that mean? But every moment of their life, whatever they do, they eat, they drink, they walk, every action of them is a constant reminder that my sweet Lord is with me. My Lord is with me. I'm never alone. They come to such an extent, but in that forgetfulness, they forget about themselves completely. But only Bhagwan stay. Only that Supreme Lord stay. And this is the descent of grace itself. This is when faith transforms into grace. Because faith, one doesn't know how intense is that faith, Because people, when we talk about faith, people say, yes, we have faith. But does people truly have faith? That is when you are being tested. You will know whether you have faith or not. So that's what between faith and grace stand for. You start by having faith, but faith should not just stay like a small spark. That faith should grow more and more and expand itself. So that expansion itself will bring that grace upon. Okay? 2 questions. No. Okay, ask your question.
Jai Gurudev. In Mahabharata, when Bhishma Pitama, he knew that Arjun was going to kill him, so he told him that neither earth nor sky is going to accept me because I haven't paid my karmic debts.
Sorry, can you repeat it?
In Mahabharata,
Yeah.
Bhishma Pitama knew when he was going to die.
Mm-hmm.
So he told Arjun that neither earth nor sky is going to accept me because I haven't paid my karmic debts.
Mm-hmm.
What was he talking about?
What was he talking about? He knows, you see, where he stood. And he knows that he should have sight towards the dharmic path. You know? He knows very well that where Krishna is, victory is. But knowing that itself, he chose to be in the Kauravas' side, because he was very prominent to protect the seat of Hastinapur. So, like he said, my loyalty lies on the seat of Hastinapur. Whoever sit on that, that's what I will say. So, knowing that even what he's doing, he could have changed everything, because Bhagavan Krishna reminded him, you know, but yes, you could have changed that. You're the grand seer, and nobody can go against your word. But then you let yourself be ruled by a youngster. You could have changed that. And you are very powerful. Nobody can fight you. Not even him can fight you. But yet, in spite of knowing all this, you didn't do your dharma properly. Your obsession of protecting who was sitting upon the seat blinded you. And due to that blindness itself, you didn't reason properly. So that's what he means. But I am bound by that karmic reaction also. Due to that, even knowing that Bhagavan himself is in front of me, but yet I'm not free from that because of my intention, because of my action, because of what decision I have taken upon. And that decision in longer run will have a karmic effect. It may not be now, it will be in the next life, you know. So that's what he means. Okay. Jai Gurudev.